Hello and welcome to another episode of Toni Told Me, your cozy corner of the internet for the real talk and real tea with me, your online big sister, Toni Tone. I am so excited for today's episode, but before I get into it, I want to remind you guys to please subscribe wherever you get your podcast, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Please subscribe and please leave us reviews. Every review helps. 5 stars, as always, would be appreciated, but honest reviews are more important. And if you're not following us on social media, at Toni Told Me Pod is the name of our Instagram and our TikTok, and we would love to have you join our online community. This episode is going to be an amazing one because I have a really special guest here with me today. It's someone that I've wanted on the pod for ages, but she only went and moved to Ghana and freaking left me in the UK on my Jack Jones. So it's been very hard, like, organizing an episode with her. But she's in the country because obviously your girl's getting married soon, and I need this person here. It's very important. So today I have my best friend who's been in my life for 18 years, Carina, here with me, also known as Nava Ade. If you follow her on social media, Nava. Why am I saying it like that, Carina?
You make it sound so Nava Ade.
Nava Ade.
You always make things sound expensive.
But yeah, she does a bit of everything. So comms expert, singer-songwriter, and now like you're getting into acting, which is amazing. But yeah, this is my best friend, Carina, guys.
Hi.
I'm happy that you're here, Carina.
I'm so happy to be here. And that intro was amazing. I stutter a lot. Well, I'm not medically stuttering. But what I mean is that I'm watching you, I'm like, wow, you make it look so easy.
No, it's because this is episode what is this, producer Nisha, episode
29.
I have had 28 times to practice.
I mean, still, well done. I'm proud.
This is going to be a good episode because in the Sisterhood Spotlight, we're going to like delve into our relationship. And recently we posted...
the friends.
A picture which was like a collage. That's just trend on TikTok.
That trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
How many months have you been friends?
Months?
And I posted pictures from like every year we've known each other, apart from like this year and then the first year we met, because I couldn't find one for 2007, which is when we met at university. But yes, so many people were like, oh my God, like this is beautiful to have had a friendship for that long, a best friend for like 18 years. We want to hear from her. And I was like, this is great because she's coming on the pod. You guys don't know.
Yeah.
But before we get into the meat of the episode, how have you been? How's life? How's Ghana? Do you like living in Ghana?
I love living in Ghana. Ghana for me has just always felt like home.
Yeah.
I remember when I first went there when I was backpacking, and I just fell in love with the place.
Yeah.
And I would go there every single year.
She did.
And then one of the years I was just laying in the bed and I was just like, what are you doing with your life? Like, are you trying to move? I was like, I am. And I literally prayed about it. And then literally things just fell into place. And now, just 2 years now.
Yeah.
2 years in Ghana.
People are going to wonder whether, obviously I know where you're from because I don't know everything about you, but people are going to wonder if you're Ghanaian and you're not. So where are you from? What's your background?
Half Nigerian, half Ugandan.
Half Nigerian, half Ugandan, but she fell in love with Ghana.
Yes. I mean, I've always been quite the traveller, but
Yeah.
Ghana is home.
Because Carina has backpacked around South America.
Yeah.
She's traveled in Portugal. She's traveled through Asia. She's been to the Caribbean. Like, you've been to a lot. Do you know how many countries you've been to? I think it's like 20 something.
Definitely 20 something. I'm more of because I've looked at people and they're like 30 plus and I'm like, I've been traveling for so long. How comes I haven't reached that mark? But I am somebody, if I like something, I keep going back. I'll do it again and again and again.
A creature of habit.
Yeah, she is.
Literally.
So
Brazil, Portugal.
Oh, Brazil, I'm so jealous. That's
I
like
love
number one
Brazil.
on my list.
I wanted to move to Brazil and then I wanted to move to Portugal, but now I'm in Ghana. So.
And who knows where you'll go next?
Exactly. I just don't know.
So I'm really excited because this week is my Bachelorette. Ooh, and we're literally flying out tomorrow. I mean, by the time you guys hear this episode, it'll be done. But I'm excited because we are going to the south of France.
Who knows? I might live there next.
I said to her, I'm like, Carina, we're going to find you a rich man who lives in Monaco.
With the yachts.
That's where you're going to live. And we're going to come visit you every summer. So I'm excited because we have so much planned. We're doing Pilates. We've got a boat
party.
charter. So we've got like a catamaran for the girls. There's only 5 of us. So we've got this whole boat to ourselves.
And then
we've got loads of dinners. We've got nightclub. We've got beach
clubs. Yeah.
And my brother, my sister-in-law, my brother's wife is coming. And my brother's like, oh, my wife's going to be in south of France. Maybe it's an opportunity to do something with my boys and pass through. So him and his boys, he has a car club. Him and some of his boys are doing like a road trip through France and Switzerland and whatnot. And my sister-in-law was like, are you cool if like your brother and some of his friends come for a few of the dinners? And I just said, as long as they pay, please, they can come. Let them come to everything, please. May they come to everything, pick up the tab for the girls. Brother, please join us. Yeah, so fingers crossed my brother is not feeling stingy and he's like, oh, you're getting married, sister. Let me and my friends pay. So I was like, yeah, come. But it's going to be such a good time. Next, we're going to get into Tea Time with Toni. So this is the part of the podcast where producer Anisha pulls out some dilemmas and we have to try our best to answer them. So producer Anisha, you've got 2 dilemmas for us today as always.
I do. And because you're going on your Bachelorette, I made sure they were Bachelorette themed.
Ooh.
So this one says, hey, big sis, I'm aware you're going on your Bachelorette soon. And I actually have my very own Bachelorette dilemma. Originally, I didn't want to do a bachelorette party because I know it'll be complicated, but one of my bridesmaids has been hinting at wanting to do something for me. Now, I want one since I love to travel. Plus, future husband will be having a bachelor party. About 60% of my girlfriends do not live in my state, and about 70% of my girlfriends have kids all under 5, most of them under 2. The same bridesmaid who hinted at throwing a bachelorette party has a kid who is not weaned yet, which means the baby will have to come. If one baby comes, the rest of the babies will come. This will be weird for my babyless friends. It's not that I don't love my friends' kids. I just know that if the kids are coming, it will no longer be about celebrating me. It will be about nap times, bedtimes, meal times, playtimes, the list goes on and on. It won't even feel like a bachelorette party, hence my dilemma. Do I completely scratch the idea of a bachelorette and not do one like I originally planned? I don't even know what compromise can even come out of this situation.
What compromise? I mean, in my opinion, yeah, that's dead, man. Like sorry to be so blunt, but having a bachelorette and it's just full of babies, like what? The whole point of the bachelorette is so you can party hard with your girls and there's no like men and babies around, right? And if they're men, just your brother who's picking up the tab. So like, what do you think, Carina? I feel like she should be completely selfish and do whatever she wants to do and not accommodate everyone else and put out, with my bachelorette, I knew who I wanted there. And I didn't want to be selfish as far as like the cost of things because things are expensive. So I said, I'm not going to tell my girls where we're going. I'm going to put a poll in the group chat and whatever wins. So I put out a poll and thankfully all my friends have really expensive taste as well. And then the south of France won, right? Yeah. But had they been like, okay, no, I'm budgeting. I don't want to do south of France. I'd rather do something in London or I'd rather do something here. Then I would have compromised on the basis of,
damn, Gina.
I was thinking we better not have to get up for that.
Please tell me this is a test.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I'm ready for the south of France.
I was willing to compromise on the basis of my core bachelorette needs being met, i.e., being with my girls and just my girls, having fun, partying hard. And the options I put out there were all options I was fine with because my core needs were being met. However, if my core needs were not met and Carina was like, oh, I want to bring this guy I'm seeing, and my sister was like, I want to bring this guy I'm seeing, and Camille was like, I want to bring, I love my nephew to death. She's like, I want to bring TJ and Tari, and then I would be like, huh? So yeah, do you think, is she being extra for not wanting kids there, or do you think it's fine to not want kids there?
No. The thing is, as somebody in my friendship group, a lot of my friends now like are married and they are having kids. So I'm just imagining if this was me. And I've said to all my friends, I'm not married yet, so clearly I'm going to be married late in comparison to everyone else. The amount of traveling I've done for you guys The amount of if you tell me to go to a bachelor here, I'm there. If you tell me to set up the hall or
That's
whatever,
true.
I'm there. I don't want to be hearing anything about, oh, my babe, leave your baby at home. I know I can't swear on the podcast.
No, you can't.
but-
Fuck them kids.
Yes, literally.
Guys,
Fuck
you
them
can't.
kids.
As soon as I read this dilemma, I was like, fuck them kids.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't care. And the thing is, to me, if my friend that is weaning her baby off is telling me she's the one hinting at the bachelorette, I am coming with the assumption that you are putting a plan in place where your child isn't coming.
Facts.
What bachelorette? Where in the world did it say that? Oh, bachelorette and the kids and everybody.
And sorry, like I understand like the weaning thing, but like put that kid on formula, even if it's just for like a week. And people are of this opinion that like, oh my God, it's this really bad thing. Your child will be so unhealthy when you give them a bit of formula. The kid will be fine. And people assume that when you give the kid formula, they will never want breast milk. Like my nephew, my niece, give them formula. They still want the titty. They still want it,
I was on
right?
formula the whole time.
You
I
see,
never
and you're
even
fine. And I
had
was on
breast-
formula
Yeah.
most of the time. My mum is so rude. You know, she blames me for that. How can a baby control? She said, oh, when I traveled and I came back, you didn't want the breast anymore. You loved the formula, so I continue giving you formula. I was like, I was a baby. Why are you letting me have a say?
No, but that's
as far as
wonderful.
my diet.
Because if the girl wants to wean the baby off, this is how you start.
Yeah.
Leave the baby at home.
Oh wait, that's a good. Wait, that's a good point.
Shake your
If she's-
ass on the yacht.
Yeah.
If she's starting
back.
weaning,
That's what
what's
every
the
woman
issue?
needs to do if they want to wean.
Exactly.
Just go to South France or
Yeah,
something.
but yeah, I'm confused now because that is like
Exactly.
if
Yeah.
you're trying to wean the kid, is this not the best way to do it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So what should she do then?
I think do your bachelor. Actually, she said that she didn't really mind. It was her friend that put the idea in her head, but she does like to travel.
Yeah.
I feel like by God's grace, you only get married once. So do what you want to do, and whomever can join will come. If you can't come, I mean, for me, I'll hold a grudge because it's like, wow, I've been coming to your weddings, everything else, baby showers, all this stuff, and you can't even come for me. I'll hold a grudge. But either way, just do what you need to do.
So yeah, I think that's a good shout. Like just say to people, I want to go here. It's going to be charge free. I just want to relax. If you can't leave your kids, I'm sorry. If you can leave your kids, feel free to join me.
Yeah.
And then from there you organize. So yeah, I hear it. Don't feel bad for not wanting kids there because why would you want kids?
I don't want to
at
be hearing
bachelorette?
screaming babies whilst I'm trying to take a shot of
gosh,
tequila.
yeah.
Yeah, and when you
not the vibe.
all want to go, if you're like, let's go to the bar, let's go to the club. Who's taking turns
looking after
looking
the
after the
baby?
kids?
You
Like,
could take the baby to the club.
yeah, no, leave those kids with their fathers, grandmothers, aunties, whoever you need to leave
Yeah.
them with.
Anybody got time for that?
Okay, dilemma number 2, please, producer Alicia.
So this one says help in capital letters with an exclamation mark.
Okay.
I'm getting married this November and my fiance and I have agreed that we don't want strippers or typical bachelor/bachelorette activities. It's just not our thing. We've both experienced those parties before and felt uncomfortable, especially with the more explicit aspects.
I'm like that. I can't think of anything worse than male strippers.
Yeah.
I'd rather have female strippers at my bachelorette than male strippers.
Yeah, Fez. I've communicated this with my bridal party and they fully respect the boundary. However, during my future husband's birthday dinner, his best man brought up going to the strip club and ping pong shows in Thailand, where our wedding parties will be. Future husband awkwardly declined, but the best man brushed it off and laughed and told me to stop being jealous. I felt disrespected. This isn't about jealousy, it's a boundary we both share. How can I respectfully communicate this to the best man? And how can I support my future husband standing firm on what he wants for his bucks without pressure to go along with things just because they're tradition? I want to handle this maturely without drama, but also without compromising what we've both agreed on.
Wait, hold.
So how would you? I see the expression, Karina. How would you approach this?
First of all, I feel like if the best man had said to me, like, why are you being jealous? At this point, I wouldn't really be concerned about whether or not what I'm saying is respectful or not, because I feel like you disrespected me.
Yeah.
You know where we stand.
Yeah.
And it's not even about making my husband have a good time because he's your best friend. It's more about you fulfilling a fantasy of your own. So you're being selfish.
Yes.
And you're being disrespectful. So for me, I will pull that guy to the side and be like, if you want to be best man at this wedding, you better nip that in the bud. Otherwise, I'll put a ping pong there for you. Don't you dare. Because
One
it's
thing
rude.
about Carina,
It's rude.
when you piss her off, oh, yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm
you gonna
feeling
feel it.
Rude. Because at the end of the day, it just sounds to me that the best man wants something that he is going to enjoy,
Yeah.
what he thinks is funny. And it's a bit like, at the end of the day, marriage doesn't start the minute that you do the vows. Like, why is it normal and commonplace for you to have strippers and seeing people's private parts in your face shaken? Like, why? And then you're actually sitting in front of me trying to justify it and be like, don't be jealous. Oh no, that one, he will get my attitude. He will really get it. And I'll be like, if he presses this, you need to switch out this best man because he ain't the best
No,
man
facts.
for the job.
Facts.
Sorry.
I
No.
agree with you. And it's funny enough, Taiwo and I, we're the same. We had a conversation about it, and he was like, that's the last thing I would want. And he's like, you better not be having no strippers of yours. I'm like, that's the last thing I would want. So we're on the same page. And I'm just trying to think, if his best man, who's his brother, was like, oh, we're getting strippers, and then he said, you're jealous, I would just speak to him and just say, look, like, I understand that you think this is like common practice, but he doesn't want to do that. And I think that you should try and, like Carina said, deliver the kind of like party he wants, something that he'll be happy with. And not just that, like, please, like, we've said that this is a boundary of ours. Don't disrespect either of us.
Yeah.
And I think if you have that direct conversation, they still go ahead and do it, then yeah, you have to swap him out. But when you think about it, it's quite like insidious how like that has become a thing. Why is it that prior to committing yourself,
It's like the
formally,
last night of being single. Well, it's
I have
not.
to see someone's private.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like the last night of being single, like it comes from quite an insidious place. Almost like a reflection of like, oh, throughout my life, I haven't had sexual discipline and now I must have it. Let me celebrate the lack of. It's weird. I personally
weird.
think it's weird. Like my brother, when he did his Bachelor, they went not F1, they go-kart racing.
Go-kart.
They went go-kart racing, they had dinner, they hung out. And Ty was like, I want to go to Ibiza. I want to, bless him, he's like, I want to watch the sunset. I want to go to this.
Stop.
Yeah, he's like, I want to go.
Such a green flag.
Yeah, there's this restaurant he really loves called Sapunta. He's like, I really want to go back to Sapunta. He's like, I want to do jet skiing. And I'm like, but you have to go out to the club. He's like, okay, yeah, I'll go to a club. I don't know where we're going to go. Maybe a Ushuaia or something. But he's like, I don't want strippers or any of that. And I'm like, I know. I'm like, your boys know you as well, so you're good. But yeah, I would have a conversation because it's mad disrespectful if it's a boundary and it's not respected.
You're better than me. You see, you say it so nicely.
And you're like, if you go
Yeah,
in,
I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
the
not
South
gonna lie,
London
Karina,
girl,
I'm like
the
you.
South London girl will come out. The hands would be up and be like, "Are you dumb?"
Yeah.
Like it will literally be like, "Are you actually stupid?" Because I think you are. Because I just don't understand. I'm even getting angry thinking about it. Anyway, because that one, what are you trying to do? Sabotage our marriage? Because why are you bringing these antics
no, that friend would be a liability in my mind.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, liability.
The kind of one
so-
that if you had, God forbid, you have a little bit of an argument, and he's like, "Bro, all you need to do is kiss Felicia." No, seriously. Once you kiss Felicia, then you can go back and see if you even want to be married to Karina anymore. What?
Yeah, friends like that, I don't rate
You don't know. No. Mm-mm.
If you guys are experiencing any similar dilemmas, I doubt it, but if you're experiencing any similar dilemmas and you found this interesting, please leave a review about the podcast. We would love to read your reviews. And similarly, if you have a dilemma to do with anything else, do send us an email, tony@tonytoldmepod.com, or you can drop us a DM via Instagram @tonytoldmepod. Producer Anisha is always on hand to sift through your dilemmas and pick juicy ones for our episodes. Next, we have the Sisterhood Spotlight, where Karina and I are going to talk about our friendship and being besties and what it's like and how it's evolved and all the good stuff. So stay tuned for that. So Sisterhood Spotlight this week is all about happy, long-lasting friendship. So who better to talk to about this than my best friend of 18 years,
Crazy.
Karina. Isn't it mad to say, because we met each other when we were 18.
Yeah.
Where we met each other in, do you want us to tell the story of how we met?
You don't even remember it.
Not in detail, that's why. No, I do. We met in university and we were on the same course. We went to Brunel University in London.
Yeah.
We both did communication and media. I will hold my hand up and say Karina's memory is exceptionally better than mine.
Do you know what I was about to say? The two best of friends, one's got a really shit memory.
Yes.
And one's got a
Which one are
crystal
you and
clear
your best friend?
shit memory.
Oh my God, I'm a shit
And Sophia
shit
is
memory
like
person.
crystal clear, and she's like, Anisha, are you joking? You don't remember that? And I'm like, what are you on about?
Karina, we need each other. The amount of times where Karina will be like, you remember so and so in uni? And I'm like, huh? And she's like, so and so. And I'm like, who? She's like, Tony, they were in our course. And I'm like, huh? They were like, they sat next to you. And I'm like, huh? And Karina would be like telling me stuff that we did like 5-6 years ago. And I'm like, wait, we did that?
Literally.
So yeah, she's the person with the crystal clear memory. So I could give my rendition, but I know I'm gonna miss stuff out. So you give your crystal clear rendition.
Well, it was a rainy day in Brunel.
Was it really rainy?
No, I don't. To be honest, I don't remember the weather. But anyway, yeah, we're on the same course, and you see, my first memory is, listen, Tony's always been opinionated. She's always had we were in.
I was a little one.
Yeah, we were in main currents, and I think we
were in what?
Main currents. That's what they used to call it.
See, what the hell is main
You're like,
currents?
what?
What's that?
Yeah,
What is that?
so it was a mixture of like sociology and some other bits. I don't know. It was the main currents, whatever. And then I think the lecturer asked a question, and then you put up your hand to say something. I can't remember what the answer was. Can't even remember what the question was. And then shortly after, I counteracted said answer. And then yeah, that's the first time I remember actually seeing you. And then yeah, after that, I don't know how, but somehow everyone became friends.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, we started going out.
Yeah. When would you say we were? Because even though I've known you since 2007,
Yeah.
when would you say that our friendship really solidified? Is there a particular time where you feel like, okay, yeah, this person's really my dog for real?
I think, there's been many moments.
Yeah.
But I would say the first time was probably when I came to you in Oxford.
Okay, yeah.
And I think it was the same for you, because I think none of your friends had even ventured up to Oxford at that point.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
So yeah, and I actually met your family.
Yes.
And spent time with them. So for me, that was the main thing. And then also when we went on holiday together.
Yes.
One of our first trips as well.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there's been many kind of key moments that have
solidified
the connection for me
yeah
over the years.
I know that when people saw that thing we posted where we've been friends for so long, there are a lot of people that commented how do you even have female friendships that last this long, and I really struggle. And why do you think we've been friends so long? Because we're similar, but we're different at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go into that question, actually, I want to ask you, in which ways are we similar, in which ways are we different? I feel like I have my ideas. One thing, you're a social butterfly. You're a very social person. You have loads of friends and acquaintances. So even though I'm your best friend, you have loads of friends, right?
Yeah.
Whereas me, I'm compared to Karina, I'm quite antisocial. I don't have. She's laughing because she knows, I don't have this wide circle I keep to my comfort zone, right? So I have a small number of people that I call close friends, and then I have acquaintances outside of that. But I'm very, very particular about who I spend time with. So there's that. How else would you say we're quite different and similar? I think we have similar values as far as we love.
Yeah.
We're lover girls.
But then how we
family.
express it is also very different.
Okay, yeah.
Because mine is now with age, I think it's a lot less, but mine was oh my God, oh my gosh, I'm so in love, oh, whimsical, oh fun, oh la 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 la. Whereas you've always, yes, you're a lover girl, but I feel your love has always been earned. Someone has to really prove it to you. Whereas I can just fall in love with the idea. I'm well, this seems like a great idea.
Yeah, Karina wears her heart on her sleeve. She gets very infatuated with people.
Karina, me and you sound so similar. It's actually unreal.
You get infatuated with people?
Yeah, I'm writing little stories in my head.
Honestly, Karina.
Me too. I'll be
she will have their whole future planned out.
Yeah.
And she met the guy 48 hours ago. I'm girl,
that's legit.
Can you just slow down, please?
So yeah, I think in that regards, yes, we're both lover girls, but then how we should display it. Yeah, and that equally, it's the same with you and friendships. I have a lot of friends.
Yeah, you do.
Then you have a very close few.
Yeah.
So yes, we're the same, but how we express it's very different.
I think another thing that ties us, we are very. I think we are. I mean, maybe you correct me if I'm wrong. I think you and I are very pleasant people.
Yeah.
So I think I'm more of an optimist than you.
Oh, for sure.
You can be a bit of a pessimist,
Yep.
but it's weird. You're a pleasant pessimist. As in, you and I rarely like moody, and we rarely bring down the vibe. Like we're just here for a good time. Like we can't come and kill ourselves. We're just here to have fun. We're good vibes. Like when we've traveled all over the world together. We've been so many places together.
Yeah.
Jamaica, Bali, Thailand.
Oh gosh, well, maybe it's just that.
No, it's not that. Jamaica, Bali, Thailand, Budapest.
Oh yes.
Miami.
Oh my
more
gosh,
than once.
Miami more than once. Yeah.
New York. We've been so many different
yeah.
places, and I go on holidays with various people, and sometimes I might argue with my sister on a vacay. Sometimes I might argue with my mom on a vacay. Two people I don't argue with, Karina and Taiwo. And I think because Tyra is just so joyful and fun-loving, Karina's so joyful and fun-loving. Not to say my mum, sorry, I take that back. Not to say my mum and sister aren't, but we might like disagree on things. But it's like, even if Karina and I don't see eye to eye about something, it's never like combative.
Yeah.
It's just like we'll have a little debate, but she's just like good vibes. And I feel like I'm just down to have good vibes, and I just don't want hassle. So I feel like we're quite similar in that way. Like we're really like...
But you're more so the planner.
Oh my God, this is where we're different,
Yeah. Tony's the planner. Like, she will plan everything from start to finish. I'm the vibes creator.
She just shows up.
Like, I just show up. Show up and show out. That's what we're doing.
Do you want to hear something funny? My bachelorette is tomorrow. We are flying in God knows how many hours. It's like early morning flight. And then yesterday, we were talking about bachelorette, and I said, oh yeah, that's on the itinerary. And bear in mind, I didn't even plan the itinerary. My sister did. But I know there's an itinerary. And my best friend, Karina, was like, itinerary? And I'm like, yeah, Karina, the itinerary that Tara sent in the Bachelorette group chat more than once. She's like, you sent an itinerary? Bear in mind, this itinerary has been sent through like weeks ago, months ago, several times. And the day before today, 2 days before Bachelorette, she's like, there's an itinerary. So she looks through the chat and she's like, I don't think I got it. She's like, oh. And so she sees Tara's message. Oh, I'm pinning the itinerary. I'm just resending the itinerary. So then she clicks the itinerary. She's like, oh, we're doing all this. Yeah, okay. And I'm like, did you not even consider like your outfits for the thing? She was like, I just packed a bit of everything, you know? So she does have a type B personality in that sense.
Very type B.
Very type B.
Wait, what's type B? Why you put him in a type?
No. Type B is like...
What does all this mean?
Type A is like planned, organized, maybe a bit controlling sometimes, that you like structure, rigidity. So I think I'm in the middle of type A and type B. I'm a blend. Type B is go with the flow.
Yeah.
YOLO. It is what it is.
The thing is, it depends which area of life we're talking about.
Yeah.
There are other parts where I'm more like, no, this needs to be like this. But more time, like group holidays and group chats, I'm not going to lie. And people get frustrated. Like other friends have been frustrated with me over this. And I get it. I know it's frustrating. I don't even do it on purpose.
Even my wedding website, she must have been like a year after I got engaged. Bear in mind, my wedding website's been up for months and months and months and months. What was it? Did you ask someone for the password or something?
Yeah,
she's like,
it was a password or...
Like literally, what was it, weeks ago?
Yeah.
What's the password for the wedding website? I said, the wedding website that I sent you like over half a year ago. You've not logged in.
Yeah, but I knew you was getting married. So at this point,
so yeah, that's how we're different. I'm thinking, are there any like striking ways? Well, I think I'm
more impulsive.
Oh yeah, you're way more impulsive.
I not even. I think I'm way more impulsive. She's more measured, calculated, and whereas I'm just like, what? This sounds like an amazing idea. Why not?
and she takes risks in areas. I mean, I take risks, but mine is very calculated risk.
Yeah.
Right.
Mine is like risks with like career risk, money risk, or whatever. But she takes like risks in areas where I wouldn't take risks. I remember when she went to Barbados, she can't swim. She got on one sexy guy's back. This was many years ago, by the way, and held him. And then while he swam into the ocean with her, and then she was telling me all about it. And I said to her, Karina, if this guy was a psycho, all he had to do was just let go of you. And technically he hasn't committed murder. You've just drowned and he can get away with it. I'm like, did you not consider that? She was like, it was like the best memory there. And I'm like, I would never do something like that. And she has amazing memories because she takes risks that I would never, ever take. So on the topic of that, how would you then say that we've changed over time, like as far as like priorities, life, fashion, voice, preferences? Like, how would you say, okay, you do me and I do you. How would you say I've changed and how would you say you've changed?
The Toni in uni, Mrs. Judgmental. Hey, that one. She was
That's
very.
accurate. That's accurate.
She was. I mean, she's always had high standards, which is great. And I would never change that about her. But again, how she expressed that, it was very like cutthroat, like just
Black and white.
Black and white. I wouldn't say unforgiving in a way that she didn't have grace, but it was that's the only word I can think of. Just very unforgiving and rigid. Like, listen, either you get in or you get out. Like, it is what it is. If you don't reach the standard, what are you doing here? Kind of thing.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
I'm still a pinch like that.
Yeah, you are
less
still
judgy, but more so you get with the program or you get out.
Yeah.
Get right or get left.
Yeah, exactly. So Tony's always been like that, but it's weird. It's kind of what I've always respected about her, that somebody can, have a certain standard and have a sense of self that is like so rooted in like love and respect for herself that's how she carries herself. So although I thought, oh, baby girl, loosen up a little bit, at the same time I was like, no, but I kind of like it. It's nice.
It's definitely giving yin and yang, even with the outfit choices.
It's true. So I feel like over the years, you've obviously been exposed to certain things, and obviously me being on the other side of things, in a sense that I'm just more like, but you never know. The person could have, I add stories and I'm like, maybe this happened and that happened. And then that's why they did this and da 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 da. So I'm more of I don't know the word for that, but I'm more on that end of things. So I feel like over the years, like, yes, things are still black and white with you, but it's like the context matters more and you're a lot more, I would say, freer. Like, try get Toni to have a shot when she was younger. Mate.
Really?
No.
Oh, yeah, nah.
She
in
would
uni, I was
not-
like teetotal.
Yeah, like
I didn't drink.
Oh,
She
wow.
didn't. Now Tony's shaking her yacht. I mean, not shaking her yacht,
shaking
shaking her ass on a yacht.
I was
she's
teetotal,
doing
I didn't drink.
champagne in Chicago, boat party. She's doing shots with her boo thing on their vacations, and even we've gone on holidays, and it's like, it's nice.
Yeah.
So I feel like we've kind of, like you said, you're more type A and I'm more type B, but we've somehow, it kind of works. And I think we've rubbed off on each other in the right kind of ways, I would say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, over time, you've evolved. And that's why, obviously, like, you can have the podcast, you have the best-selling book and everything like that, because lived experiences and just growth over time. And it's been amazing to witness it. I always say it. I'm just like, I was there from the beginning. And
Literally. Queen's been there from the beginning. Like my first ever talk.
Yeah.
Like the first time I did anything, my first book, my first everything. Like when I was like a baby in this industry and I was so nervous, like, oh, can you come to this talk with me, please? I'm going to do this. And she'd like be right front and center, like so supportive from the jump. How would I say you've changed? Again, I think like where you said fundamentally, I'm still kind of the same. You're still kind of the same. But I would say that you're more disciplined now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're more, you're more disciplined now. I think that with age and time and experience, you've seen the benefit of being more disciplined. I guess that's us rubbing off on each other. Like you've loosened me up, and I've tightened you up. And I would say that you are also. I think that the way you approach love has evolved for the better.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think that you are less anxious, like your attachment style. Like I think that with age, you've become more secure in the way you approach relationships. And it's been so good to see, because it's nice when you have a friend and you can like see the growth in them. And I think like the Carina of today and the Carina of 10 years ago are quite different in the way they would approach love. Like she still has that romanticizing element of her, but she approaches it now more from a lens of like, okay, how is this benefiting me? How is this contributing to my life positively? Is this wise? Is this a wise road for me to go down? She's more analytical with the way she approaches things. And I think that's really important, especially as women, to be a bit more like analytical with the way we approach things and consider like, is there real benefit in this for me, as opposed to just considering your feelings? I think the old you would be like, I love him.
Oh, yeah,
He's
literally.
amazing.
Oh,
but now
God.
she's like, no. And what I rate about her now is, I think maybe she's even gone a bit too far. Like,
I think so.
Her cut-off game now is maybe a bit too strong. But back in the day, it wasn't strong enough. And it's gotten stronger with time. When she sees behavior that is inexcusable, she's done. Like, I'm not entertaining it anymore. But I think now it's gotten to a point where I'm like, girl, I mean, give him a chance. Like, wow, like, it's not that deep. So maybe you've got the other end of the spectrum. But I think that with time, you have seen your value more.
Yeah.
Because I think like, I mean, look at her. She's stunning. She looks like a model. She's absolutely gorgeous. Every time like people see her, they're like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. But she's someone who's beautiful on the inside and out. But I don't think growing up, she's always she's known this she's known it. It's weird. You've known it, but you haven't always.
Girl, let's just be honest. I was not cute when I was a teenager.
But I mean, we all go through our glow ups, but you had your glow up, but I feel like you didn't put yourself on the pedestal that you should have put yourself on. And I feel like you didn't see your own value, and that you would struggle. And I think that now you're in a place where you see your value and you're not so willing to compromise, because you're like, no, like, I deserve to be treated like this. I deserve for someone to show up like this. I deserve to have this, and I'm not going to settle for anything less than that. And I think with age, you've seen yourself as more deserving, which I love for you. And I like, you've stepped into your power more. I feel like you're more confident. You take more calculated risks.
Not the crazy kind.
and I think that like we've both evolved to become better versions of ourselves. We're still ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
But, was there a point in our friendship where you felt like we would be friends for life? Or is there anything that like solidified
I think in the moment of those moments happening, I don't think you actually realize until it's like hindsight when you look back at it. But I remember more recently for me, during lockdown, you know how the whole thing popped off.
Okay, yeah.
So anyway, there was this situation. It's probably the worst time of my life. It happened, and I remember I called Toni, and you know when you're just crying, like you can't breathe, you feel like someone just punched you in the stomach, like it was groundbreaking news. So anyway, I called Toni, and I'm like, like I just could, like the words weren't coming out. Toni jumped in her whip so quickly.
Aww.
Came, she got me, and I stayed in Oxford for like a month.
Yeah. Why am I getting teary?
Yeah, no, it was, honestly, that was probably the lowest moment of my life. And I know that, and I think all throughout that time, I was just spiraling. I'm not going to lie. That news just rocked me. But then it was at that point that I was just like, this girl has like literally seen me through all like the seasons.
Yeah.
And to have someone just jump out of their house and just show up and then kind of come and get you, like, Jesus is the Lord.
Everyone's tearing up, even I'm
a
tearing
bad
up.
man. I don't cry. Oh,
God.
Lord. Yeah, to have someone just come and in your hour of need. It was, I think for me, I was just like, yeah. I mean, I already knew I was in it, but I guess for me, to have someone show up like that, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, Carina's like family, to be fair. She's like a sister at this point. It's not even a friendship thing anymore. It's just like you're part of the family.
Yeah. It's literally me and my best friend. Like our families are intertwined.
Yeah.
The whole thing. So
that's it. What does my dad call you whenever he's...
My daughter.
That's what my dad would be like to Sophia, like, oh, my second daughter, like her mum's my second mum.
Like yesterday when when I saw her, my dad said, I said, oh, Carina's coming over. My dad said, oh, my daughter. And then when my dad saw her, he said, oh, my daughter's here.
Yeah.
So even when I call her on the phone, he said, say hi to my daughter.
Yeah. I love your parents.
People always ask me like, especially now after I posted that best friends like montage, people are like, have you ever argued or have you ever disagreed? And we have. And I don't know if there's any that stick in your mind. There's one that sticks in my mind clearly.
I think one. Okay. Let me see what you say about you go.
So there was a time where Carina was dating this guy. Mm-hmm. And when she started dating him, again, I'm very direct, right? When she started dating him, I initially wasn't a fan because I was like, he got this, he got that. He's not doing this, he's not doing that. I'm like, why are you even entertaining this man? I'm like, you could do so much better. Like, I don't know what you see in him. I think this is a waste of time. But she was interested in it. And my thing is, once I've said to Carina, like, I've given her my stance and my advice, and she still goes ahead, then all I can do at that point is support.
Yeah.
So she decided she wanted to go ahead. So I was like, okay, I'm going to support this, even though I don't think this is a great idea or a good person for her. I'm going to support it. I'm just going to chill. And then she started seeing this guy, and it started to get a bit rocky. And I think, was it like a Valentine's or something where Valentine's Day, where he basically just did nothing for her and he just didn't show up for her. And then she told me, and I basically like
well, that is the same thing I'm thinking about.
She told me about it, and I basically had a conversation with her, and I said in the most direct, black and white, blunt way that I could probably say, I'm like, yeah, that guy's useless. Like, he didn't do anything, probably because he's got someone else and he did something with that person. Like, he's not a good guy.
No, because this is legit happened to me and Sophia. Sophia's had that conversation with me.
So wait, who was me? Sophia was me?
Yeah.
And you, okay.
I was Karina.
And she was just like blunt, like, there's probably someone else.
Yeah. And I was like, why are you saying that?
Yeah, that's what happened. So I was like, it's Valentine's Day. He didn't do anything for you. He probably did something for someone else. You just need to drop this guy. He's useless. Like, I'm sure there's someone else. But I obviously didn't consider how that came across. And I said it in a very direct way, partially because that's also how I speak to my siblings. Like, I'll just say to my family is very direct. So I'll just say to my sister, like, that guy's a loser, man. You need to just drop this, whatever. Like, I could say something like that to her and she'll just be like, oh, okay. And she'll say the same to me. Like, why would you even entertain that? He's an idiot. But everyone is different. Yeah. And Carina, another way we're different is that Carina is more sensitive than I am. Yeah. She's more sensitive. And I said it in this very direct way. And I thought nothing of it. I put the phone down. I went, I just continue my day as normal. And then I get a text from Carina, and it's a long text. And I'm like, wait, she doesn't do this. She doesn't text me long messages.
This is legit me and Sophia.
Really? So I'm reading this text message, and she's basically talking about how she was like hurt because the way I said things, like, it was really unkind. Like, I was just so direct. Like, she came on the phone to like speak to me and get comfort, and she felt worse when she got off the phone because she was in a bad place. And I was like, yeah, there's another chick. He don't care about you. You need to drop here. And it really, really hurt her. And so I remember getting this text, and my personality type,
petty.
I'm a very petty person, right? So I thought to myself, I saw this text message, and I was like, huh? And in my head, I'm like, I just gave you advice. I just called the guy a dickhead, a douchebag. And I thought I was cussing the guy, but in cussing her, I was making her feel less than, because I was insinuating like there was someone else and she wasn't, like, she felt like I was insinuating she wasn't good enough, or, but that wasn't my intention. So I'm reading this message and I'm like, And then I'm thinking, and then I start getting annoyed because I'm like, how did we get here? But then I realize in that moment that as I'm reading it further and she's explaining, I'm like, okay, now I understand. And then had it been anyone else, because there were two ways I could have approached it. 80% of the time, my personality type will read the message, drop the phone, I ain't chatting to this person. Like, I ain't got time for this. And then 15% of the time, I will message back and be like, are you all right? Like, what? But I was trying to say that in an articulate way, like, okay. Like, I would try and defend myself rather than see the other person's perspective. I would defend my stance and my behavior. But then I saw this message, and then immediately I thought to myself, okay, there's what you would naturally do. And then there's what you should do. Yes. And then I thought to myself, the goal is to make her feel better because she means something to you. Like, your defense mechanism that you always like trigger, your pettiness that you trigger, I don't have time for people, I'm good on my own. Because if it was anyone else, I'd be like, I don't need this. I don't need this. If you can't take direct whatever, I don't need this. But I was like, no, she has a point. Not everyone is like you, Toni. And then in the message, I acknowledged that, you know what? You're right. I can't speak to you the way I speak to myself. I can't speak to you the way I speak to Tara, because you're not me. You're not Tara. You're a different person. And yeah, to somebody else, what I said was actually semi-unkind. So I acknowledged that, and I wrote that text and I sent it to her. And in that moment, I was like, wow. So this is what it means to want to save a relationship.
Growth,
yeah. Because me, oh my God, skirt. So yeah, so that's one time that sticks out. I don't think outside of that, we've not had any big.
No.
I think that's the one time where you held me accountable in that moment. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And that conversation, whether you know it or not, you might not know this, has helped me with so many other relationships.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, they might be sensitive. Like, let me try and be like soft in my approach. And I think it helped me in my career, you know.
Oh, amazing. Look at that.
Yeah, because even the way I
Look at
approach
that.
dilemmas,
Yeah.
because had we started the podcast 10 years ago, half the dilemmas, I'd be like, man, nah, like she's an idiot. Just call it off, sack it off. I'd be telling everyone to sack off every friendship,
Everything,
every
yeah.
relationship, sack it off, so you deserve better, sack it off. But now I'm like, okay, like maybe she didn't mean that. Maybe it wasn't her intention when she didn't pick you as a bridesmaid. Maybe there's another perspective to consider.
Yeah.
And that was a big part of it. So usually at the end of the podcast, I share like positive words. But today I think I'm going to hand it over to you and just ad-lib off the back of you.
Okay.
So I want to ask you, having had a relationship or friendship that's lasted so long, and you have others that are equally as long,
Yeah.
some even longer, what would you say makes a healthy friendship? This is your time to shine.
Oh, what makes a healthy friendship? I would say there needs to be a lot of patience and a lot of grace, and also just seeing the best in people.
Yeah.
I feel like whatever outlook you have based on relationships is probably how it's going to play out. And that's just not just for friendship, that's romantically as well.
Yeah.
If you are negative and you're always seeking the worst in people, then that's probably what you're going to get. I feel like once you truly kind of understand how beneficial and fulfilling community, being in community with people, being in fellowship and actually having people around you that love you is so rewarding, that you also need to be able to show up as that as well. Like, I remember seeing a quote like, if you want to be part of a village, you need to be willing to be a villager. And I love that quote because it's true. A lot of people want to take the benefits of being in a friendship without necessarily showing up in a way that will be beneficial for said friendship. And I feel like you have to be willing to what you want to be able to give as well. And I just feel like as long as you are rooted in honesty, and if you are somebody that, again, can take accountability and can adjust and see it as like, okay, what do I want from this relationship? How much does it mean to me? And put your ego aside and things like that. A lot of my friendships, I would say, have been spanning well over 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's not just because of me, it's because of the grace that they've shown me. They've allowed me to be different versions of myself and continuously grow. Like, look at us.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're the same, but we've changed, we've matured and all that kind of stuff. And I just feel like at the end of the day, if you have that kind of grace and love and patience to see it through, then you could genuinely enjoy like friendship.
I think those are wonderful, positive words. I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you. So we're going to wrap it here. I want to say a massive shout out to my best friend Carina for participating in the podcast. We need to do a part 2 because I feel like, again, we've scratched the surface. I feel like we always just scratch the surface. So we'll definitely do a part 2, but we have a bachelorette to go to first. If you love this episode, please drop a review. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube if you're watching from YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. Please follow us on socials at Toni Told Me Pod, and I will be back again at the same time next week.